This is a really cool story. This morning in the capital city, a very special announcement. An exhibit you normally would have to travel all the way to Amsterdam to see will now be available for everybody right here in Columbia to learn. It's going to teach the history of the Holocaust through the eyes of one of its most notable victims, Anne Frank. News 19's Nick Jones has the details.
The Anne Frank Center at the University of South Carolina is unlike anything this university has ever done before. It is an opportunity for us to put our best foot forward in a time when the world has never needed it more.
This place will allow our students, who don't often, would probably only a handful ever have a chance to go to Amsterdam. In fact, it's a real treat for them to get to come to Columbia. But to add this place on their field trip list is going to be a beautiful, life-changing experience.
The Anne Frank Center here in Columbia means tremendous recognition of the Holocaust. It is not only about the Holocaust, it is about intolerance, bigotry, hatred, prejudice.
Through the name and through the eyes of this little girl, who still lives, I would argue, we can in fact try to change the world.
I totally agree with Dr. Pastides on that Anne Frank still lives on, I think, in all of us. Hands down, the most powerful book I read as a girl.
Yeah.
And something that stayed with me through adulthood. I am so glad her father survived the Holocaust to be able to go back, look for her things, find the diary, receive the diary, and bring it to the world so that we all could learn the horrors that were done to young children, young girls like you and I were one day.
So here's what we talked about this morning when we were in our editorial meeting, and Nick Jones said, this is a story I want to do. There was no conversation once we realized that we are one of 4 places in the world. There are only 3 other places in the world, and this is the only place in North America where you can see this. We knew we had to be there today.
Incredible. Highly encourage you to take the time to take your children to go see the exhibit.